Well, welcome to our Linguist Assistant series of demos. I'd like to take you through a series of demos that give you an overview of basic functionality of Linguist Assistant. Now, just a warning, these are demos. They're just meant to give you an overview. If you're interested in something more along the lines of a tutorial, we do have some documents on the website that do that go through in quite a bit of detail how each of these parts of Linguist Assistant that we're going to show you work. For now, though, especially in this first demo, I want to just give you an overview of what Linguist Assistant is all about. So what we do is we start off with this big blue box over here. It's a elicitation corpus. What we've done is we've tried to divide up the world of communication into different semantically based sets. Okay, each set then just tries to diagnose and look at one particular aspect of semantics. So for instance, here we might have some sentences that look at modalities. We could have sentences in here: the man hit the building, the man should hit the building, the man probably hit the building, etc. Each sentence tries to diagnose and point out one difference in this area of semantics that we're looking at. And so we do that for each of these sets. Different kinds of sets that makes up our elicitation corpus. Once we have that, then we give it to the linguist, send them out to wherever, and it gets target language translations. Now, you might think, in a perfect world, the computer could use that. It could look at the target translations for each one of these elicitation sentences and come up with some sort of rules. Well, that's pretty much impossible. So what we've done is we tried to make this process a little bit easier for the computer. We've come up with a semantic representation. So for each one of the sentences in the elicitation corpus, we have a semantic representation. And that's a big part of what we've done in Linguist Assistant, is create this semantic representation language that unambiguously is able to encode detailed semantics in a way that the computer can understand. So that's what we've done. We've taken each sentence in the elicitation corpus, and we've recorded the semantic representation. Now, think about what we could do for that. Once we have that, the computer could go through each one of the sentences in one of these sets, look at the semantics, see what's different about it, could go over and look in the target language translations over here and see what's different about them. And let's for now assume that we could get in and look at the morpheme levels, get rid of all sorts of alternations, and we could see exactly what's going on, what's different in each one of these target translations. So then we could look at the differences there in each one of those sentences, the differences in the semantics, which hopefully is only like one thing different for each one, and we could come up with some rules. You could see how that could possibly happen. And that really basically is what the basis behind what we're doing is. We have this elicitation corpus. We go through each one of these sets. We come up with these rules. We create a language description. Now, we're still several years away from being able to do that in a way that's fully automatic. So what Linguist Assistant does is it is a visual interface that allows the linguist to go through and do basically this process. It is a visual interface that allows them to write grammatical rules, sets up lexicon with different features and forms for each word, and that's what we're going to show you in the demo, how Linguist Assistant is able to allow you, the linguist, to go through and do all of that. So, looking forward to the rest of the demos.